Hi everyone, we are redesigning our marketing calendar. So there's only a couple more screens that we need to totally redo, and this is one of them. Reports is going to be next. And somebody's already working on the campaign, so we figured let's tackle this marketing calendar because it does need a refresh. So what I'm going to do today is walk you through all of the changes we're making to the month, week, day, and list view of our calendar. I'm also going to point out some of the new features we have, and there's some really great preferences that you're going to be able to set to make your life a little easier as you use this. People all around the globe will benefit from this because everybody uses calendars a little differently around the world. So let's start with the week view. Let me just give you a little tour here. What you could see at the very top, you'll notice that next to the normal switch, which we've always had between month, week, day, and list, you are going to have a filter button. This used to be a column in the right, and it would take up a lot of valuable space. But now, because we've moved these up here, you've got full width. And having the full screen width means we have more real estate to do some fun things with, like show the images of the post. We'll get to that in a minute though. So when you click filters now, you're going to have the same options you had before, but it's going to slide in. You'll be able to set your filters and apply them. And then this will turn blue and you'll be able to click it again and it will clear the filter, and you can do it all over again if you want to filter it. The next button we have up here is the tactical overlay. This is the same as we have now. We've just moved it to the top nav. So when you click this, it's going to slide in, show you those options, allow you to apply them, and it will slide away. This will go blue, and then when you click this one, it's going to clear the tactical overlay. The settings. So what the settings is, this is totally new. We didn't have this before. You are going to be able to set a few defaults. So what we've always had, but it's been something that you set in your user preferences, is the ability to start on a Sunday or a Monday. So you're still going to have that, but now it will live here within the calendar, which honestly is where it should be. You'll be able to set this at the user level or the account level. We're adding a new preference where you can start the calendar at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Right now we started at 12. And the problem with that is some of you don't come to work until 8 and you don't start posting. You don't schedule your posts to go out till 8. So if that's the case, wouldn't it be nice to have it like this where we start at 8 a.m.? So you'll be able to start it at 8, 7, 9, whatever suits your fancy. That way you're not having to scroll down with all of your posts below the fold every time you load your calendar. That's going to be a huge improvement. The next thing is a default view. This request actually came in through chat recently, which triggered this whole redesign. But somebody had the great idea to allow you to select a default view. So now when you start, right now it always goes to the weekly view. But what if you want it to start on the daily view because you're constantly in your calendar? You can do that. You can set list view or month view as your default. And I love that idea. We're also going to be adding a switch in there that says show category legend. So you'll be able to turn that on and off, and that leads me to the next feature, which is the category legend. So you'll be able to make it so this appears or not on launch just by changing it in your settings. What this is just a legend showing you what the colors mean for each of the different colors, and you'll be able to see the time changes color. And now it's more of a two-tone. So like the purple one will have a lighter purple card. The dark green one will have a lighter green card, and we'll have these color duos as we move forward. And this tells you what it means. Also, if you hover over it, you'll be able to do things like launch your category editor, make changes to the categories, and do things like that, as well as create new categories right here. So you'll be able to close this floating legend. You can also drag it away. As you can see, we've made it semi-opaque. So you can see through it a little bit that there's a couple items behind this particular category legend. So what you would probably want to do is either scroll or move the category legend out of the way or close it in order to see the items that are being hidden there. Additionally, within the week calendar, you can see we have all new cards. Those cards have the first thumbnail image that is attached to your post. If it's a video, it'll show that video thumbnail here. So at one quick glance, you can see the time it's going to go out, or if it was sent, the time that it did go out. It's going to show you which social networks at a glance were included. and a little bit of the text. If you hover over any part of the, and I'm going to show you next what happens when you click it, but before we move on, I want to show you, this is going to blow your minds. Okay, when you hover over any unused cell, like where there's no posts, you're going to get two options. You'll be able to set an alert, any kind of event, if you want to remind yourself that you need to send an email at this time or throw a party for your team, you'll be able to do that. But more importantly, you're going to have this new option where you can click New Post, and it will actually slide in a complete publisher where you're going to be able to compose an entirely new post right here within the calendar. So you'll be able to spend much more productive time within your calendar. It's not just for giving you feedback. You're actually going to be able to engage with the system and create right here within the calendar, which I absolutely love. Additionally, you're going to be able to edit existing posts. So if you don't like something about this post, you'll be able to click edit, and it will slide in the editor without navigating you over to the publisher and taking you completely out of your calendar. You'll be able to do it right here and get all your work done within the calendar. So when you click on any one of the posts, it's going to bring up a new modal. So this new modal window, it just looks a lot cleaner. Like we show you the profile icons of each one of the social networks, and we're going to group them within the social network that each one of those profiles belong to. You're going to see the complete social post that's going to be going out along with some information. You'll have all of this reporting data piped directly into your calendar. So once again, you're able to stay in your calendar and do really quick analytics to see if this is the kind of post that you want to copy and maybe create a new one. And if you like that, you'll be able to open this as a copy directly within your calendar and create a new version of this, maybe make a couple of tweaks, swap out your image, and then put it right back in the calendar without ever leaving your calendar. Verification report, same thing. You'll be able to view the verification report to make sure this actually did go to all the social networks, and maybe send this to your client to show them that yes, this did in fact go to all social networks. So that is the modal. You'll also notice that we've color coded the categories, so it's kind of fun if you're in the green category, the evergreen category, this will turn dark green and light green. So it just kind of changes the look of it, and it's color coded to your actual category that this post is assigned to. So moving on, let's jump into the month view. In the month view, the cards are exactly the same, but what we do is we will just overlap them and stack them as many as you have for that particular day. So you'll still be able to see the image and some pertinent information about each one of the posts on that day, and have a really great at-a-glance view of what's going on that particular month. Moving on, we have your day view. So the day view will still show gaps in the calendar, so you can see, okay, I think I'm going to drag this here and do another copy of it, or you're still going to be able to hover over it and create a new post here within day view, or set an alarm as a reminder to do other tasks. And the information in the cards is really the same. This is just a different view. Notice that we got rid of the vertical lines in the day view just to make it really clean and make it all just a vertical flow. Moving on, we jump over to the final view, which is the list view. This looks very similar to the day view, but it's extremely different. What it does is it just throws together all of your future posts, starting with upcoming ones here. This doesn't show any sent posts. This is all about what's coming up next. So the top one on your list view is going to be the next post that's going to go out, and then it works out from there. You'll see there are no gaps because we just kind of shrink everything down, remove all the gaps, and just show you in a list everything coming up. So you might have a gap here that goes from April 18th to April 21. It'll just jump right onto the next one without having a bunch of gaps that you need to scroll through. Great way to kind of view your upcoming content calendar. So that's it. I hope you guys like it. I really do rely on your feedback. If you're enthusiastic about it, let it show through in your comments. There's a couple places to comment on it. This YouTube video, show us your comments below. If you're on YouTube watching this, if you're in Facebook watching this, go ahead and comment on the post that promotes this video. Trust me, I'm going to see it wherever you post your comments, but I do want to hear back from you. Honestly, our goal is to make this the best calendar in the market. If there are things that you don't see that you want to see, let me know. And if there's things on here that are continuing on from the previous version of our calendar that you really wish would go away, please let us know that as well, and we'll consider removing that to keep it as clean as possible. Thanks a lot. Your feedback is important to us, and I look forward to hearing from you.